Hey everyone, my name is Mo Mitchell, and today for my skills share, I'm going to be talking about how you can find a quality app developer. The reason why I decided to pick this topic was because for about the last 2 years now, I've been investing a lot of my time and energy into learning a lot about tech, and then I've been running an app-based lawn care company called Momo's, which is like Uber for lawn care, for about a year and a half now. I'm now starting my second tech type company called HubClick, which is a SaaS product, which is a white label version of Momo's for the home service industry. And I'm a non-technical founder, so I've really been spending a lot of my time on becoming a good project manager. So I understand tech. I can very well. I can do basic coding. So like half of my website was coded out by me. For HubClick, I'm coding out the new website. In terms of apps, though, I know very little when it comes to the coding side of it, but I understand the tech and the product side very well. And I think if you are like in my boat where like you're not a technical founder, it's really important for like you to be a good product manager, and with that you need to understand tech. And so like things like knowing tech jargon and understanding like user experience and like design and other stuff that goes into tech, so that you can have you can better communicate with your developers or other technical individuals, even if it like moves into like having in like meeting with investors that are more so technical, making sure like you're able to like answer their questions when it comes to tech. But to like go into actually the skill share of finding a quality app developer, I think there's like three ways that you can go about it. The first one I'm going to talk about is the way that I've been going about it, which is finding a dev shop to do the work for you. I've had a bad experience with it, and I've also had a good experience with it. So for Momo's, the first product that we built out for the first year, I had a dev shop build that product out. And one of the things that I made a mistake about was that I did not ensure that those specific developers, from their expertise as well as like the tech that they're building, could be a good product long term. So they didn't know that we were gonna keep adding different functionalities, and we're gonna keep iterating the platform and making pivots to it. And they also thought that we were only going to have a couple hundred users. And so a year later, when we kept adding those functionalities and iterations to it, as well as them not knowing how to add specific functionalities properly, as well as the amount of users we had, we ended up getting to the situation where the app started to have specific issues, such as like it crashing and a ton of bugs. And it was just where communication started to go south because they didn't know how to fix it. And then I ended up hiring a new developer, and I think this is the best way going about it, which is the way that I found these guys were I was leveraging my network. And so, for example, in my scenarios, I reached out to my board of advisor, and he got me connected with this dev team that did dev work for his analytical company, that he has a CTO for, and he also has in-house developers. So that was great validation for me to know that, like, for this guy that is running a big analytical company, that with actual developers in the company, that this dev shop was able to get the work done for them, was great validation for me. And I've been working with them for about, I don't even, probably since about June. And it's been a really good relationship, a great relationship with them ever since. They fixed all the issues with Momo's, which the app was totally screwed up. I didn't even know if we are going to be able to actually like keep the code that we had, but they were able to fix everything and repair it. And now they're building out my new company. So that's I think that's the best way, is leveraging your network and like really making sure that you reach out to individuals that actually have built out that dev shop has built out products for. So like look at their portfolio. If you like didn't get an introduction from your network, like look at their portfolio and be like, check out those apps that they have in their portfolio, making sure that those apps are not crashing, making sure that like it's moving quickly, making sure that things like the design side is a good design, and then even if you can like reach out to like the founder of that app to get his feedback working with that development team, because maybe they built out a great app, but like their communication is bad, and they've like been wanting to do an update for a month and they can't get a hold of them. So it's really important to like make sure like you've done your homework on that dev team. And a good thing to do to check off the box is like checking out their products that they have built. So that's the first side of it. The next option that you can do, it would be the route that I'm trying to go with right now. So I want the dev team that I have now to build out our first product. But with me building a tech company, I want to move over to having an in-house developer. So like hiring a CTO. So I'm trying to find a business partner who is a technical founder. And so there's a lot of ways you can go about it. One of the ways that what I've been doing for about a month now. Next week, I'm going to be going to my next one, which is a meetup group. So they have websites out there, or the app. Meetup group is what it's called, as simple as that. Where like you can go in specific categories. Like they have tech on there. You go to tech, and then it will like show you specific events that's happening around like your specific location. And so you just go to those events. You're able to like mingle around, and start talking to other individuals there that are technical, maybe even non-technical, and like get to one, I guess increase your network, but then also like trying to see if there's anyone there that's looking to join like a startup company, and building that relationship with that specific individual, making sure that that relationship is going to actually work. I think that's probably one of the most important aspects when it comes to like bringing on a CTO, making sure like that relationship is actually going to work, because you don't want to hire someone and figure out that the relationship is not going to work out after you already gave them equity in the company, because it's not like, oh yeah, let me get that back. It's not like firing someone. It's different because now they actually have equity in your company. So you got to make sure that the relationship's going to work out. The other way that you can go about it is like if you're like I'm in college right now, so like reaching out to the CS majors at your school and try to see if you can find someone there. Even if you're not in college, like even if it's just reaching out to colleges and trying to get a connection to good developers that are students at that school. That's another route to go about it. And like maybe it's like for a month you're doing work with them, just to make sure like that they're a quality developer and can like build out the product that you want. Could be another route. There's other ways you can think about in order to find one. Again, like that even can even be moving into like your network. There might be like one of your business partners or like your friend knows a developer that's working for a company that they're not happy with, and like they're ready to like jump and make like move on to their next thing. They might be like that might be a good way for you to find a technical founder. So there's a lot of ways you can go about finding a technical founder. Something I'm trying to figure out right now, and I think meetup groups is a good one I'm going to keep consistently going to. But yeah, you got to be creative when it comes down to it. It's entrepreneurship. And then the next one I can think of is if you're going to like outsource. So I talked about outsourcing to like a dev shop. Another one to go about is like hiring like and outsourcing like the work to like a specific individual developer. So that might be like, even if it means like you're just working with them for a couple months to get like a specific project launched, or it might just be like you're like working with them for a short duration just to see if they're going to be a good fit. But this is also like a way that a lot of people can go about like getting a product done for a lot cheaper. Normally I wouldn't say like these are going to be like the best quality. It could be, but like most of the time it's normally not going to be the best quality. But the good thing about that is you can get it done for a lot cheaper normally. So you can like, if it comes down to like you just building an MVP out, or not needing that good of a product for your first one as you're validating it, that's like a good way to go about it, is like finding a specific individual that is not really looking to join a team, but they're just doing just freelance work. You hire them, but again, it's really important once again to make sure that you're checking out their portfolio, or if it's going to be a connection, making sure that like you're talking to whoever gave you that connection to make sure that like these developers or what they believe to be good from like from stuff that they've heard or from work that they've actually done is the way I think you should go about it. So I think those are 3 1. So to go back over it, it's going to be like if you're gonna hire a dev shop. Next one, the second option would be if you're going to bring on like a business partner, such as like a CTO. The third one is going to be like if you're going to outsource the work to a specific individual. And then going to like my first thing I said is like really important if you're not technical to make sure like you're a good product manager. So like you understand technology and be able to communicate well with investors as well as your developers, most importantly. And yeah, leveraging your network is going to be one of the really important things about it. And then making sure that like whoever you're hiring is going to be able to build out tech that meets like your long-term vision. So making sure that all those like all those innovations and functionalities that you're planning on doing and stuff that you're not thinking about now, but you're going to continue to innovate the platform, making sure that like, they're able to them as a developer are able to do it, but not just them as a developer, but also like the specific tech that they're building. Even when it comes to like the specific language, making sure like they're building in a language that's like it's gonna be able to have a lot of users, be able to keep iterating and having a ton of functionalities on there is really important. But yeah, I hope that helps out with anyone that's not technical like myself, looking for a good quality developer. Yeah, appreciate it. Thanks.